We need to eliminate 1 billion worthless eaters on the planet. This is why China now is the manufacturing capital of the world. You can kill them off, but realistically, if there was a mass die-off of people via some epidemic or something like that, people would be scratching their head. I'm going to reveal something that you've never heard before, but this is what has gone on when I was in the Bilderberg group.
We're telling you the things that they don't want you to know that will make your life better.
Eliminate from the planet. So depopulation has always been touted as something that the privileged elite want to do. They want to depopulate. And when COVID came out, they said, see, they're going to wipe out 1 billion people. Well, it didn't happen. For 50 years and longer, by the way, this goes back to the 20s, there have been conspiracy theorists who have been saying that the global elites want to depopulate the planet. Every single year that we've been keeping records, every single year, let's just say since 1900, every single year, the population has increased in number. So if the globalists want to depopulate the planet, when is it going to start? Every single year, the population on planet Earth has gone up. So when does the depopulation start? And so I'm going to reveal something that you've never heard before. But this is what has gone on when I was in the Bilderberg group. The plan is not to eliminate 1 billion people from the planet and depopulate the planet. The plan is to eliminate useless eaters. In other words, when that privileged elite made that statement, which is on tape, we need to eliminate 1 billion worthless eaters on the planet. That's true. Because a useless eater is not earning money and they're not a consumer. The key is not depopulating the planet. The key is eliminating the useless eaters and actually increasing the number of consumers. In other words, take people out of poverty, raise their level, raise their economic standard so that they're earning enough money, they no longer become a useless eater. That's how you eliminate useless eaters. You don't kill them off. Clearly, that's one option, but it's never been done. But you don't kill them off. What you do is you raise their economic standards so they become consumers. The globalist plan is to eliminate useless eaters. Yes, either by killing them off, but that doesn't help. It does in one respect because you get rid of the useless eaters, according to the globalists. This is not me. But more importantly than eliminating that group is to increase the number of consumers. This is why China now is the manufacturing capital of the world. And this is why the standard of living in England and all throughout Europe and Canada, Australia, New Zealand, America has been declining since the Second World War. It peaked in the 60s and early 70s after the Second World War for America, for example, because we were the dominant manufacturer. Before the Second World War, actually before the First World War, the dominant manufacturer in the world was England. That's why the sun never set on the British Empire. They were the most powerful nation in the world because they were the #1 manufacturing nation in the world. Manufacturing is the key. The globalists moved manufacturing to China. I remember when Ross Perot was running for president as an independent third party against Bill Clinton and Bush. They were talking about NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement. And Ross Perot, who's a businessman, who was a billionaire, said, if you pass NAFTA, there's going to be a great sucking sound. Jobs and manufacturing are going to leave America and go to Canada and Mexico. And every economist and all the eggheads on CNN and NBC and ABC and CBS and the BBC and all the news organizations around the world, you know, they went to Columbia, they went to Yale, they went to Harvard, they live in a bubble in New York or Washington, D.C. or LA, and they look at you through the camera and you can see it. They're thinking, you know, you are so dumb. I'm so much smarter than you. That's what they're saying to you. And they go, this is a good thing, NAFTA. Well, Ross Perot was exactly right. There was a great second sound. Jobs in manufacturing moved out of the US into Canada and Mexico. And they're moving out mostly to China. And they're going to move out to India and Brazil and other third world countries, Malaysia, Philippines, et cetera, et cetera. So the plan is to move manufacturing into these third world nations, and Africa is going to be on the plan down the road. And you take these useless eaters and you put them in factories. Now they're earning a good living, and now they become consumers. So the globalist plan is to increase the number of consumers. And if you can't do that, yeah, you can kill them off. But realistically, if there was a mass die-off of people via some epidemic or something like that, people would be scratching their head. So that's not the ideal scene. The ideal scene, and I'll show you here in a minute, is to get people to die off naturally to reduce for the population the average lifespan, which is happening.